Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Well, a little dark out. Right there's Dad in the tandem. We're heading to ADM. Rolling down the highway here. I don't know why, but it seems like every morning there's a boatload of traffic out on the highway. Especially first thing in the morning. It's right around about 6:30 right now. We're heading off to ADM. Dad's back, like I just showed you, Dad's back behind me with the tandem. I'm in the semi. Tandem, on the speed on that, it tops out at about 55. You don't go any faster than that. I wish it did. Which is kind of odd because it used to be an old craft food truck. And so you would have thought it would have been geared higher than that, and or it would have had a 6-speed transmission instead of a 5. But it gets the job done. Heading south out of the little town of Royal Center. Gas station's got a few vehicles. I guess everybody's got to stop by and get their morning cup of joe. Coming into the north side of Logansport. And there we go, coming down the big hill. Coming past the big Tyson plant right over there. Kind of hard to see through the trees. They're on my right hand side. But getting ready to turn on the, what they call the Hoosier Heartland. That'll take us right out around by ADM. Coming up onto the 4-lane. They've been doing road construction on this road. Got all the barrels sitting out here. Back one time here several years ago, there on the main highway that goes right past our farm, they had barrels all lined up, and I was going down through there with the tractor and the bush hog, hooked up one of them barrels underneath the bush hog and drug it all the way up the shed. If I remember, I was meeting a car, so I had to get over and got a barrel hooked up, stuck underneath the bush hog. Right there's ADM Grains, straight ahead on the right. On the left, that is the Andersons, also known as the ethanol plant. That's actually where most of our corn goes to. Right here on the corner is EB Trailer. That's where they sell generation trailers, hopper bottoms. That's where we got our trailer from, right there. I'm just going to tell you right now, I like it. It works great. The nice thing about the EBs that I like compared to Wilson and or Tempty is that they're 100% aluminum, and so no rusting. The only component that is steel is the axles, and that's it. So, right there's ADM. Well, not too bad. Got one truck sitting there at the moisture probe. Thankfully, the lineup's not bad at all. I see they got on their little sign out there, corn on the left, beans on the right. Now generally what they'll do is they'll have beans, or like corn for example, on the right and beans left and right. So I guess it's whatever they want to do. So we'll go over here on the right. Had a semi come up behind me. In fact, I saw him turn onto the 4-lane. I'm guessing, in fact, I see Dad coming right there. Looks like he passed Dad out on the 4-lane. Like I said, I wish that tandem would actually run faster than it does. That's why I'm surprised with it being an old Kraft food truck. You would have thought it would have been geared higher, because it used to have a box bed on the thing. Either a box bed and or a reefer bed. So, well, we're going to sit here for a little bit until they open up, then I'll bring you back in once you start heading on through. They finally opened up down here, and they just got the probe up and pulling the moisture sample out of that truck right there. Yeah, there you can maybe see it coming around. You pull up here underneath the moisture probe, they got a little card reader. They give you what looks like, it almost looks like little credit cards. Just swipe it in front of the scanner and they'll take and pull up your information. Yeah, right there it is. Just swipe my card. I'll get one. Yeah, there's what they look like. Looks just like a credit card. So they're pulling the moisture sample now. And I'll be pulling up here on the scale. Alrighty, just got the green light flashed at me, so now we're going to pull up here on the scale. Once you get up the scale, they got another card scanner. You just swipe your card again, and they give you your information as to where to go, or actually which pit to go to. Yep, right there's their scanner. Just swipe my card and they're sending me to pit 3. Thankfully, there's one truck up here. I'm not going to be carrying my camera then there. Knowing my luck, I'd end up dropping it down the pit. But I at least take you right on through and show you what it looks like anyway. There's pit number 4, and that must be where they're sending all corn trucks to. They send all soybean trucks over here to pit number 3. Okay, he's got to dump his back hopper, then I'll be ready to pull on through. Looks like he just finished emptying out his hopper. There we go. Alright, I'm going to jump out and dump the truck. Truck's dumped and we're headed to the outbound scale. got the big silos right there. Same thing here at the outbound scale. Swipe your card, go out. They give you your ticket, and off you go. Yeah, right there's the ticket reader. Heading back down, heading back out here the road. That's got it. Well, I'm going to head back to the farm. And I saw Dad back there. In fact, actually, I think it was our neighbor. Passed Dad out on the 4 lanes. So Dad's right behind our neighbor. And so he'll be dumping the tandem. Gonna head back, get the combines ready to go. Hopefully we'll be hearing something from that machine shop regarding the combine auger. But I'll bring you along, and I'll probably make a few different odds and ends out of this video. But I figured I'd bring you along with me to town. So I'll bring you back in here and keep you updated with what's happening later on. Alrighty guys, I'm rolling down the road in the combine right now, heading to the field. We won't be starting till here after a while because we had a pretty good dew on overnight. But on the good news side, I did talk to the machine shop, and he told me they had already got the old part of the tube cut out, and they were getting the new part put in. And so hopefully here after a while, we'll be able to get that thing brought back home. Because I told him that, yeah, we need the combine bad. Sure do miss that big guy. And so, hopefully we'll be able to get that tube back and get it put back on, and get the OR72 back up and rolling again. So, but right now we're just going to go ahead and get this machine moved to the field. And that way everything will be sitting there ready to go. Now guys, we got moved up here to the field, made a quick test run, pulled a few samples, and the low ground right down there needs to set for about another hour or so. Thankfully we got some good breeze, as you can see, got some good sun. However, I'm going to get this opened up here, and I'm actually doing this high ground, all the sandy hill right here. That'll at least get that part done and out of the way, and that'll let the low ground sit for about another hour or so, and then once we get to it, it'll be dried up better. Also got another good phone call. The machine shop called, and they said my auger tube should be ready to pick up here in about an hour and a half, 2 hours. So that's good news to hear also. And so, like I say, I'll be bringing you along here and there as I'm going around. I may even bring you back in when I get heading down the machine shop and show a little bit, getting that tube put back on the combine. Should be ready to roll again. Alright guys, I'm rolling down the road. Dad's now running the combine, and I'm headed to Monticello with the trailer on the back of my truck, down that machine shop to get my auger tube. So maybe I'll show you what it looks like when I get down there. I'm heading back to the farm. I was in too big of a hurry trying to get this thing loaded up there at the machine shop. I didn't even have a chance to grab any video. You can see out my side mirror right there. You can see the end of the tube kind of hanging over the front corner of the trailer. But, well, I'll tell you what, I'll just give these guys a quick shout out. Let me see here. In fact, if I can get the camera to focus right. At least I'm not going very fast. I'm just kind of poking down the road. And there's nobody coming. And right there it is. You can pause that. Owens Machine and Welding here in Monticello, Indiana. There's the phone number, address. Anything worked on? Well, that is it if you're in this area. I mean, if you're out of state. find another machine shop. But yeah, they'll get you fixed up. Like I say, they were pretty much the only ones I could find that could actually take and roll metal. I checked out a whole bunch of other places, and nobody else could roll metal except for one place north of Rochester, Indiana. And they told me they were probably about a month out because they're so booked up. So, yeah, like I say, if you're here in northern Indiana, check out Owen's Machine and Welding. They're in Monticello. So, we'll see you back at the farm. All right, guys, here's what it looks like. Just got back here to the shed. You'll remember it had that rivet line. They just eliminated that and just welded directly to this big base piece. And so, yeah, right there it is. Now this band, they just took that off because it's got this C channel underneath it. And they're calling for chance of rain later on this week, so I am going to take and at least prime this. That way it don't get all rusty. And paint it whenever I get a chance to. In fact, I'll probably end up repainting the whole auger because being in their machine shop, it got kind of scuffed up and scraped up here and there. So, but yeah, not bad. Right there is looking down through the middle. On this side. So, not a bad price either. They did all this, 420 bucks. Can't beat that deal. Most places would charge you $420 just for the labor. So, I'm going to get the forklift and get ready to get this thing out of here. And, same thing. I don't know if I could get any chance to do any video actually putting it on the machine, but at least I can show you what it looks like once I get it mounted back up there. Well, we got the auger back on the machine. My brother popped up here and helped me get the thing put on. It went on a whole lot easier than it came off, I can tell you that much. Because all we had to do is put the tube on, get it bolted on down there around that ring. And then down here on this end, just simply slide the flighting in and get the drive shaft lined up. Pretty simple. So, well, I'm going to take and get this thing dumped because the hopper's clear full. So I'm sitting on 300 bushel of beans right now on just the combine. And then try and at least get a little something accomplished today. We'll wait and see. Well, guys, so far so good. No big rainbows in the auger tube. Kind of hard to see against that sun. But so far the auger's running good. Got started on another field, getting it opened up down here. So I'll bring you back in for a little bit before I end the video. Getting this end row here knocked off. I can tell you one thing, it sure does make it nice running this 35-foot bean head compared to the 20-foot on the R52. Cover a whole lot more ground. Also, guys, tell you what, I want to actually give a quick shout out to a channel. They're actually one of my YouTube subscribers, and they've actually mentioned my channel at least once, if not twice, if I remember right. But if you want to watch another neat farming channel, in fact, I'll try and post a link in the video description down below. But head on over and check out Dylan Joyce Farms. They're out of Dyer, Tennessee. Got some pretty neat farm machinery. John Deere 9400 combine, John Deere 4640, and a John Deere 4650 tractors. I think those are pretty neat myself. In fact, I'd kind of like to have a 4650. Either a 4650 or a 4555, something like that. Just a nice medium-sized tractor. But like I say, check out Dylan Joyce Farms. And Him and his brother Robert farm in western Tennessee. I always enjoy watching their channel. Just straight to the point, no drama. That's my favorite type. So, like I say, check them out. I know they shouted my channel out. In fact, they mentioned my channel in a live feed here. Well, actually, I was actually cutting this field of soybeans. I saw it pop up on my phone that they were doing a live stream, so I pulled up and watched it for a little bit while I was combining. I had to stop though, because I had to pay attention to what I was doing. It's not like I could just take and put the camera on my head like I got right now. And so, but yeah, like I say, head on over and check out Dylan Joyce Farms. I think you'll, and hit the subscribe button. I know you'll like them. Not too sure how well you can see over there. See if I can kind of zoom up. My neighbor's over there cutting beans also with his big case combine. I don't know if you can kind of see that right over that way approximately. You can see that red dot. That's my neighbor cutting beans with his big case. Got to get this corner here opened up. That way I can go down along the ditch right there. Hang on, hope we don't go in. As you can see, it's a pretty deep ditch. Don't exactly want to tumble in that thing. In fact, speaking of ditches, I know I remember my grandma telling me, and my dad also has talked about it, that years ago, some people that they knew, I think it was one of their kids, in fact, it might have been their daughter and son-in-law, were combining beans, and if I remember right, somehow the combine ended up in the ditch, and it must have been a pretty big ditch. I don't know if it went in head first or went in backwards. I'd have to ask my dad again. I'm not positive, but if I remember, I'm pretty sure it killed both of them. However, the people, well, it would have been the couple that actually ended up dying. I think the way my dad talked, they had maybe like the little 6-month-old little girl or little boy with them, and somehow the little babies actually survived. I don't know. Like I say, I'm not exactly sure on all the details. I just know my grandma talked about it, and I think the way my dad talked, I think they might have actually, it probably went in head first. If it would have went in tail first, I doubt it would have killed them. But like I say, it probably went in head first, and somehow there must have been like a little spot where the baby was. It kept the, like I say, I don't know if it was a little boy or little girl, one of the two. And somehow the little baby survived, but its parents both got killed. And I know my grandma always talked about how they ran an older Gleaner combine. It might have been like little Gleaner G or an F, or one of those older Gleaner combines that were not a hydro. They were a gear shift, and so you had a clutch pedal right here on the floor, and those clutches, the clutch rods, after a while were known for breaking. And I remember my grandma saying that my grandpa always wondered if maybe their clutch rod hadn't broke, and that's what went them in. They went right in the ditch because they couldn't stop. And so, not exactly a very pleasant situation. So far though, I'm making headway down across here. I actually took my main pass out there and cut this shorter because of up here on this ditch bank and everything. It just makes it easier trying to navigate along by that edge. These beans are sure dusty enough. Probably can't see it on camera, but I see my neighbor over there rolling with his big case combine. He's got a great big cloud of dust following him too. In fact, you want to talk about a cloud of dust. Those of you that watch Farmhand Mike on YouTube, I saw he had a video here just not too long ago of the big Fendt 10T combine running a 62-foot draper head. Man, that thing is pouring out the dirt out of the back of that thing. In fact, another farmer I know of in West Central Ohio, he sent me a video that he had taken of it because the combine was running in his area. And when the combine went by, it literally disappeared in a cloud of dust. Of course, you get 62 feet of debris all coming in. That's a lot of trash going through and then spitting back out the tail end. That big combine's got two 16-foot rotors in the thing. Giant. In fact, it's my understanding that the Fendt combine is actually built in Italy. Then AGCO ships them over because Fendt is owned by AGCO. Okay guys, I'm going to call that an end of this video. So, take care, thanks a lot for watching, and we'll see you next time.